Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. I was brought into this world wrapped up in pearls. I love to mingle, though my husband reminds me I'm not single. I meet and greet both the famous and the elite. I ride in limousines, drinking the finest champagne, wearing furs, dazzling diamond jewelry. A girl can't complain. I live the upscale life, dining in the finest restaurants, eating the best caviar for free. And no matter how much I
your love and your support, our board members, our family, our honorees. Tonight, we're celebrating life, and again, this is our 14th year. And because this is our 14th year, and because of your continued support, we're able to help thousands of patients each year. This year, we were able to have 4 regional conferences. We hosted our first CME for physicians, and we've had a few fundraisers, which a lot of you have been to every one of them, so thank you. I have to thank our sponsors, and I have to also thank other pharmaceutical companies who have been there for each and every event. Thank you to Lexicon, to Ipsen, and to Novartis, because you've made things possible, and we're very, very grateful. So tonight, we're going to honor 2 people, and first I'm going to introduce you to Felicia Temple, who is our honorary chair. Felicia is a nurse. Some of you may remember. She was on The Voice this year. Now,
we made it to the top 15.
Yay. You know, I really have to give her credit because, you know, a lot of people don't like to discuss their disease. And for her to come out to the public on national TV and say that this is what she had was very brave. You know, this is something I talk about every day. In fact, yesterday we did a media tour with 20 media outlets in 4 hours. But for somebody to come out and say, I have carcinoid cancer is something very, very big. And maybe if some of the other people who are famous stepped up, maybe there'd be more money for research. So thank you, Felicia, for being that person. Yay. So can you come up and say a few words?
With stomach pains that I had been having on and off, and as a nurse, my guess was, oh, I have gallstones, I'll probably need my gallbladder out. And they told me, no, everything is fine, everything looks fine. They were ready to send me home. And I begged for a CAT scan, and they said, oh, you have an appendicitis. And I said, no, I don't. They said, yes, you do. And they took out my appendix, and I really didn't have an appendicitis. I had a carcinoid tumor in my appendix. And I ended up having my right side of my colon removed, and I did chemo after that, and so much went on. But thank goodness all my scans are clear now, and I'm under supervision. And in the meantime, I've done The Voice and a lot of other things, but I never expected that when I did The Voice, I know I didn't win The Voice, but as a result of it, I have become a voice for other patients. And being a nurse myself and running into so many patients who actually have the same disease as me and ran into the same problem as me, where they were about to get surgery and had never even heard that they needed to see an oncologist. And I'm very grateful that now I have the knowledge to be able to say, oh no, you need to see someone. Oh no, there's help, because people told me that there was no help. You know, that you just get the tumor cut out and everything will be fine. So I'm very grateful to have the knowledge now and to be able to work as a patient advocate and to be able to use the little bit of light that I've gotten from being on television to be able to shine that light on something that's so near and dear to me and that touches me. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to NCAN for all that you do for neck cancer patients and for having me, and it's such a wonderful event. And I'm really hoping that one day we find a cure. And thank you guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful night. You know, I tried to find a zebra print dress for tonight, but I couldn't find one. And then I came here, and Cognac, you know, she beat me to the punch. And I'm very jealous, I have to say. Okay, so our next honoree is Dr. Eric Liu. Dr. Eric Liu started his career, and who knew that he was going to start his career and end up being one of the top net specialists in the country.
My mother.
Eric was very lucky to be sent over to Sweden to learn from the top doctors over in Europe, and started his career over at Vanderbilt. He can go into a little bit more about his career. He's now at the Rocky Mountain Cancer Center in Denver, and he is one of the sweetest guys you have ever met, and he is always there for his patients. He always puts his patients first. And for that reason, we nominated him, and he won the Outstanding Award, the Above and Beyond Award for outstanding work that he does with our patients. Oh, I'll read it right off of here. It says, Above and Beyond presented to Eric Liu, recognizing exceptional compassion, care, and dedication to the neuroendocrine community. And we truly appreciate it. So Eric, can you please come up?
Yeah, see, Mariann knows me well. My usual minimum is about 2 hours to talk, but she's only given me 2 minutes. So I want to say 2 things. One, Felicia's not the only singer in this banquet tonight, because I am good at karaoke. Good at karaoke, this guy right here. But it is such an honor to be here, it really does, and I cannot thank Mariann and Bob enough. What they've done has been incredible for our community. They have seen this neuroendocrine thing go from carcinoid and having some weird term now to this neuroendocrine. It's a real, it's a big problem. There are more and more people, and they're getting younger and younger. You know, I spend all day long. You know, I couldn't come in early yesterday because I had to do surgery yesterday. And you know, they get younger, and it really is terrifying. And there's so many people out there with neuroendocrine. And one of the things that makes me nervous is that not that many people know about this type of disease. And so they're out there teaching people, they're empowering patients, they're out there teaching now doctors now with the events that they're doing, that it's a real, it's a tremendous service. And this is just the beginning of the wave. Unfortunately, we're going to see more and more of this. You know, when I first started, I'm always a little bit worried when I get an award, because, you know, usually you get the award when you're about to die. And so I was like, I hope they don't know something I don't know already. But it's really important, because the work we're doing is on the forefront of unfortunately, I think, of a new wave of people who are going to be coming through with this disease. And so all of your support is tremendously important. All the awareness that they bring to the medical community and to the whole neuroendocrine world is extremely important. So if anyone does Facebook here, make sure you Facebook friend me, because I'm trying to get to 4,000 friends. So I'm trying to get to, yeah, I know 4,000 friends, 4,000 friends, trying to get there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 3,001 right there. 3,002. I like that. But this neuroendocrine thing, just to give you an example, you know, don't get me wrong, it's, you know, everyone thinks it's an easy disease or it's slow, but it's a very complicated cancer too. And, you know, we do everything we can. And so we partner with foundations, we partner with pharmaceutical companies, because our goal is always to help people live a better quality of life and a better quantity of life. And so it's, while, you know, I'm delighted to receive this award, this is never about me. My wife would disagree. She thinks that I think everything's about me. But really this is about you, this is about the awareness, about the people we work with, this is about people like Mariann. So thank you everyone for coming, I really appreciate you guys.
Without crying. Back in 2009, I met a young woman who was starting out her career with the company, who was starting to do clinical trials. Well, not even, they were just starting out, coming up with a drug. And we became fast friends. And she is the #1 person to go to at Lexicon. And I'm getting dirty looks right now. But Shannon has done amazing things with Lexicon, and they actually have brought a drug to the FDA, and we finally got approval in February. This drug has changed my life, and it's changed many lives along the way. And, you know, when we did the launch for the drug in June? Yeah, June. We were down in Miami, and I took Chaz aside and I said, Chaz, we want to give Shanna an award. Sorry.
I don't know what she's talking about.
And Linnell. But, you know, Shanna met myself, and she also met another woman, Carrie Brunchow, who ran Nanax. And after meeting with us, she got inspired to go to school to become a nurse. And she never told anybody about it. But she had to come clean a couple of years ago when she couldn't come to the gala, and I forced it out of her and said, what do you mean you're missing the gala? And she said, I have my boards, I can't. What are you talking about? She said, you inspired me to go to school. Well, you inspire me every day for everything that you do at Lexicon, and we are so very, very grateful. And so because of that, we're giving you the Above and Beyond Award for 2017. So Shanna, Jackson, Stanley, please come up.
Yeah, so Maryann and I are going to have a talk after this. Thank you. I've had the privilege of knowing these two very lovely people for a very long time. As she mentioned, we've been running clinical trials now for almost 10 years in this space, and met them way back in 2008.
It was 2008, 2009, I couldn't remember exactly.
So I've seen a lot. I've seen grandbabies be born. I've seen their family grow. I know there's one more on the way. And it's been great. You've been a really, really wonderful person, and you have inspired me. And I hope to be able to continue research. I hope to be able to continue working with Lexicon so that we can bring this drug and many others into commercialization and development, and so that we can help other patients just like you.
I'm sorry. This is a grassroots organization, and we could not do it without our families. And Michael, my son Michael, videotapes every single conference that we do, so the patients. But Diane and Vinny, wherever you are. Oh, where are you? There you are. But Diane and Vinny, thank you for your work on the websites and for your campaigns, because you make it come alive. You know, for many years, Robin and I did a lot of this on our own, and Diane and I went to high school together, and she stepped up and said, you know, we need to get some professional work done here. So Diane has been helping us, and we could not do it without you. To Ted Dempsey, wherever you are, Ted, thank you. Uncle Ted, there you are. Uncle Ted, thank you. Ted is there at every event that we can have. He sets up the Encore Cure for us, and it's really amazing. We have a few other board members here. Lori Wayman Magliara is somewhere over here. We have Millie Kowalski, who's also an advisor. Who else is here? Anybody else here? Anybody else? No? And to all our other board members, if I've missed anybody, I apologize. Please stand up. Okay. So we have a lot of big plans this year. This year, after doing the CME, we really want to educate more physicians. There is such a need. We have many of the national doctors retiring, and there isn't anybody that's going to be able to treat us besides Eric. But unfortunately, Eric cannot take care of 150,000 people. So I'll goal this year, within the next year, is to raise close to $500,000 to start a fellowship program. And where is Hank? Right there. Hank is another board member. We want to start a fellowship program in memorial of his beautiful wife, Grace Mulligan, who passed away several years ago. So if any of you think of any ways of raising money, please let us know, because we really, really need to do this. We're going to work in partnership with several of the big universities. They'll be doing, these fellowships will be doing 6 months in research of strictly NETs, and then we're going to be traveling them around the country with the specialists to learn. So this is a really big endeavor, and we really need your help, so whatever you can do, we really appreciate it. Okay, so we just going to give you, everybody bought their tickets, you put your name and table number. In case you haven't been here before, we will start doing the tickets at 10 o'clock. The children will be picking the numbers and they will be delivering the baskets to you. So you do not have to sit here all night listening to numbers. The 50-50 will be called later on. And the big prizes will call out, maybe 4 big prizes, and the rest will be delivered to you. Please get ready to put on your dancing shoes. I want to see everybody up on the floor. The table over there is set up. Go over to the photo booth, take pictures, please. And if you take pictures tonight, please send them to us, because we really need to have some pictures taken. All right? So everybody have a great time. And again, from Robert, myself, the board, we cannot thank you enough for being here. Have a great time.
I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here at the Sterling for the Neuroendocrine Annual Celebration Gala. It's their 4th annual gala, and I'm here with Mr. Bob WAHMANN, and he's a big supporter. Both him and his wife founded this wonderful organization, and they're breaking ground and advancing and getting so much done. And a lot has been done in the past year, your wife was telling me.
Yes, there's been quite a few breakthroughs for neuroendocrine cancer patients. Absolutely.
Tell my audience what you are doing for the organization. How are you helping your wife with this organization?
Well, I'm the executive director, but basically together we plan and produce all of the events.
I see that. And you have, how many events do you have every year?
Well, generally there's a good 15 events a year.
That many?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a favorite?
Well, this is our flagship. This is my favorite event.
This is the best one.
Yeah. We also do conferences for patients, though, on the serious side of things.
Which also brings awareness, I would think. But now this year you have somebody quite impressive here that's receiving an award, this wonderful singer.
Yes, FELICIA Temple, who was in the top 15 this year on The Voice. And, well, she was my favorite, but she didn't win.
Doesn't mean anything. A lot of those stars, they may not win, but they get contracts because they're so talented.
Yeah, she's a wonderful singer.
And you are wonderful to be here, to be doing what you're doing tonight for all these people that are stricken with this terrible illness. I want you to tell my audience where we can go to participate, where we can go to donate, and where we can go to contribute. What is the website?
Okay, so go to www.netcancerawareness.org.
Beautiful. And we'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews coming up. Keep watching. Big champagne kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Fordell. It's been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.